Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. Also welcome to episode 23 of Coffee Talk with the Melodramatic Bookworm. So, for those of you who don't know, Coffee Talks are chatty videos in which I share with you the books that I'm currently reading and any particular topic that's on my mind at that point in time. So, in today's Coffee Talk video, I'm going to be talking to you about the books that I'm currently reading, obviously, as is tradition. But there are like way too many books on this list, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to get through at least a couple of them this weekend. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but hope's a good thing, right? Moving on, the topic that I want to talk to you about, I don't think I've ever spoken about this in a video, but I stopped making TBR videos and reading wrap-ups. So I want to tell you why I stopped and also ask you for advice. So without any further ado, let's dive right into this coffee talk video and let me share with you the books that I'm currently reading, as well as tell you why I stopped making TBRs and reading wrap-up videos. So first off, the books that I'm currently reading. I think I've said that particular phrase too many times in the past 3 minutes that I've been filming. But the first book on this list is obviously Babel by R.F. Kuang. This vlog was supposed to have gone up today, but I haven't made much progress in the past couple of weeks because work was piling up. I'm at page, let me check. The bookmark is there for a reason. 133. And I've been at that point for a week now. I haven't picked this book up again. And I feel bad about it because this is one book that I'm so excited to read, and I feel like I'm also intimidated by it, which is probably why I don't pick this up as a reflex action. Picking this book up isn't instinctive, it is like a conscious choice of sorts. But however much I've read of this, I am loving. So I don't know what it is, that strange mix that's going on, but I'm sure, and I will make sure that you see this vlog next week. I don't know what day because I usually post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but one of those 2 days next week you will see this vlog. That's for sure. Okay, have I spoken about what this book is about? This is about a boy from Canton who is taken to London under this professor called Mr. Lowell. How he grows up there, how he gets into the Translation Institute, Babel, what it is for, and what goes on inside that forms this entire story, and his connections, how he makes friends, how he forms a group of sorts. That's what this book is about. I've been having thoughts whenever I'm reading it. I have footage of it. Anyway, moving on. So the next book is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I started reading this for the 36-hour drama queen-a-thon that I had a couple of weeks ago, and I got through about 55 pages into this book, and then I haven't picked it back up. It's TJ Klune, one of my favorite authors of all time, and I haven't had the chance to pick this book back up. And this is supposed to be one of my most anticipated books of 2023. If you ask, like, Son, what's wrong with you? Don't, because I don't want to open that door. Anyway, I'm not that far into the book that I can even tell you like this is what it's about, and I want to like experience this book in itself, so I'll keep it at that. And the third book is I don't know numbers also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3. Third book is Vincent and Cien by Sylvia Kwan. And this I've made progress in. I'm at page 74. I read this a couple of days ago. I speak as if I read every single day these days, but that's not true. But having picked this up a couple of days ago is a big achievement in itself. Achievement. I'm not from New Zealand. It's achievement. Okay. So this is about Vincent van Gogh. and Cien Horne, who is a prostitute, and how Cien comes into contact with Vincent and how their relationship grows, and society, being the bee that it is, how it works its evil tendrils into their relationship, and what exactly happens forms this entire story. And I am loving the writing. This is one book that I'm hoping to finish over the weekend because it's atmospheric. It just makes you feel like, even though you don't agree that things can happen like this, you're like, I still want to know. So this is the third book. And then there's this book that I'm reading for a video. It's called Find Him Where You Left Him Dead. I got it on NetGalley. It's by Kirsten Simmons, and I'm very confused about it. I'm about 15% in, and I'm really very confused about it, about where it's going. There's this bunch of high school students who start to see the ghost of a boy they used to know, like they used to know 4 years ago, and who died back then, and they start seeing him everywhere. So they are obviously rattled and they go seeking each other out, but they have drifted apart. A couple of them are even very mortified at the thought of having to interact with each other, but then they end up going to the place where they last saw Ian and experiencing some weird things, and it is scary. Okay, I'm confused by the story, but I'm also so wary of picking it up because I am a scaredy cat. Even a book like The Shining didn't scare me as much as this is creeping me out. But I know I will finish it. You will see it in a video soon, hopefully early September, if I can finish this book and then get on to the last book in that. Anyway, so that is the fourth book. The fifth one is an audiobook that I started listening to on a whim. I got this ALC from Libro FM ages ago. I don't even remember when. It could be a couple of years ago as well. It's called The Switch by Beth O'Leary. As far as I have heard the story, this is about a woman who has been feeling the stress of it all, of her job, of life in general. And I think there is one particular incident that started it all, and now she's being told by her company, by her boss, that she needs to take a break. She needs to go on a sabbatical. She is shocked because she thought that she would be fired, but instead here they are telling her to take a break, take a sabbatical, go get some rest, etc, etc, and she is very confused. Her best friend, on the other hand, she's like, are you mad? Why are you even thinking twice about it? Take it. So I'm like at that very early stage even now. So I'm really interested to see where this goes, because she is not one who knows how to take rest, and I feel personally attacked because of that. Okay. So these are the physical copies. Wait, this light. My hand. So these are the physical copies that I'm reading, plus a couple of one ebook and one audiobook that I'm also reading. Let's put this here. Here. Okay. Coffee. This is coffee talk. I need to drink coffee. So, a couple of years ago, I used to make TBRs every single month. I would get so excited to make them because it was like hope for the coming month, that this month is going to be great in terms of reading. I'm going to be getting to read a lot of amazing books, so I'm hoping that this is going to be good, this is going to be good, this is going to be good, and then I make a video and I put it out, and you guys also love those videos, because as excited as I was to make those videos, apparently you were also really excited to watch those. But the thing is, I never stuck to my TBRs, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, you do what you can because plans change, moods change, things change, situations change. But there came a point where the TBRs started to give me a headache. I started to think that, okay, now making a TBR just gives me anxiety, just stresses me out, because even halfway through the month, if I'm not at least halfway through the TBR, it started to make me feel bad that I'm not reading as much as I have to. I'm not reading what I need to. That was not a good thing. That is not a good thing. As long as you're okay with the fact that you are making TBRs, but you're also not going to be keeping up with those TBRs, I think that's fine. you make them do what works for you. But when it comes to the point where your mind starts getting affected, the way you see your work, the way you see your TBR, the way you see your books and reading in general, if that starts getting affected, then I think you need to take a step back and just shift things around for a bit. And that's what I did. I think I stopped making TBRs in 2022, early 2022. January 22 or December 21 was the last time I made a TBR, and things went downhill for a while after that, but that's not really related to the TBR in general. And I've been doing good with my reading so far without a TBR, because I've been picking out books randomly and reading them. But that worked so far. Now at this point, because of how unstructured everything feels, because of how I feel like I don't know what to do when, that's also not a nice feeling to have. Like, there's so much work, there's so much this, and in the meantime I do not get any proper reading time, except for those that I read for vlogs or those that I have to read because of work. So I'm wondering if I should go back to it, because some structure would be nice. I don't have to make like, oh, I'm going to read 50 books this month. No, that's unrealistic, because my reading has changed a lot. At one point I would read like 20-25 books a month, but now if I get 10 books in, that's a lot, and I'm happy with those 10 books. So that's not an issue. Even if I make like 10 books I want to read in during this month TBR, if I make a September TBR for example, and I put 10 books on it, that would give me a narrowed down version and tell me that these are the books that you have to read from. If I veer away from that, fine. If I stick to that, great. Either way, I feel like that's going to help me. And about reading wrap-ups, I was very good with making reading wrap-ups, except for the months where I was not feeling well, or when I wasn't in the right space of mind, when I took social media breaks, etc, etc, etc. And I made reading wrap-ups right until December 22, if I'm not mistaken. From January this year, I stopped making them because I felt like there were a few books that were very personal to me, and I didn't feel comfortable sharing those with the world. And if I didn't share the list of books with those books that were personal to me, I felt like I wasn't being truthful. And as you know, the literal slogan of my channel is books, movies, travel, honesty. I didn't want to be dishonest about what I've read and etc. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can omit what I want to, but I didn't want to do that, which is why I stopped making reading wrap-ups also since January this year. But I feel like if I do go back to making reading wrap-ups, I don't have to include those books. Maybe I can tell you that I read 20 books, which is a dream, honestly. I can say I read 20 books this month. 3 of them were for my personal reading, and those are something that I will not share, but I'll share with you the remaining. I don't think that's such a bad thing, and I'm wondering whether I should get back to doing that. Maybe exclude the personal reading and then share with you the bunches of books that I read. It would be like a sort of extra book recommendation video for you people, and I think that is what this channel is all about. I want to give you book recommendations that you will take and you will love. You will love those stories. You will find some value in them. So that's something that I want to do. So my question is, do you think I should go back to making TBRs and reading wrap-ups? Do you think you will find value in that? Do you think I should do them? I would like your advice on what you think about this. Maybe help me out, please. All of this might really not seem like a big deal, but for a creator who's battling with time to work as well as to read as well as to create content, something, some advice, some comments, some suggestions would be great to hear. So that was episode 23 of Coffee Talk with the Melodramatic Bookworm. I share with you the books that I am currently reading, and about the TBRs and wrap-ups, I am waiting for your comments, for your opinions. What did you think of this video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think of the books that I am currently reading? What books are you reading? And what do you think of this whole TBR reading wrap-up business? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.